At your own wedding, you played an NSFW video, and at first your relatives and friends thought you were seriously wild. But when they looked closer, they realized the woman in the video was today's bride, Liu Ruyan, and the guy wasn't you. Right when everyone was freaking out, they realized the bride, Liu Ruyan, still hadn't shown up. Under all those confused stares from friends and family, you held a mic in one hand and called Liu Ruyan with the other. She didn't pick up the first time, but you didn't give up and called again. After a few rings, she finally answered. From the other end, everyone could clearly hear car horns and even the engine revving. People started whispering, wondering why Liu Ruyan had driven off. Was the Liu family's eldest daughter really running from the engagement? You calmly asked, "Where are you? Why did you leave?" Liu Ruyan said impatiently, "I've got something important to deal with. We can make up the engagement party later." You pressed her? What could possibly be so important that it matters more than our engagement party? Liu Ruyan's irritated voice came through the phone. "I said we can do it later. I'm driving. I'm hanging up." You snapped. "So you can just say we'll do it later, and that makes everything okay. What do you take this whole venue and all these guests who came from far away for? And what do you take the Chen family for? I spent half a year putting this engagement together, and one sentence from you is supposed to settle it? So tell me this, if there's a do-over, who's the groom? Is it still me?" The second those words came out, the entire room went dead silent, and even Liu Ruyan was stunned. She couldn't help wondering if this was really the same simp, Chen Mo. "Chen Mo, what are you talking about? Are you trying to call off the engagement?" You sneered. "I think the one trying to call it off isn't me." Liu Ruyan said, "I already told you I have to get to the hospital first. Someone there needs me to save them." You laughed coldly. "Are you a doctor now? You showing up is gonna save somebody? Then tell me who's lying in that hospital bed. Are they about to die? Can't they wait even 1 second?" She had to leave right in the middle of the ceremony. Everyone in the audience, even the Liu family, was baffled. Who could possibly have that kind of pull, enough to make the usually ice-cold Liu family heiress leave at a moment like this and drive to the hospital herself? Then Liu Ruyan said coldly, "My assistant, Ye Fan." The moment those two words landed, the crowd exploded. Isn't Ye Fan President Liu's assistant? She personally hired him after graduation. They say he's insanely handsome and super close with the Liu family's eldest daughter, basically like they're besties. Since when does a wealthy family have a male best friend? Hearing all the gossip, the Liu family matriarch, Liu Huiqin, couldn't sit still anymore and immediately sent people up to grab your phone. Too bad you'd already planned ahead and paid 200 hype guys $10 each to guard the place. You kept going. So what happened to him this time? A cold? A fever? Got hit by a bike? I've always wondered about you two. Who's the real boss of the Liu family? If he's just some assistant, how does he get the Liu family's eldest daughter to ditch her fiancé and go running over to wait on him hand and foot? Chen Mo, can you stop with the sarcasm? He's not just my assistant, he's also my friend. If you disrespect him, you're disrespecting me. Hearing that, your heart skipped a beat. Yeah, how could you not know what happens when someone disrespects this assistant? Their family gets destroyed. They die where they stand. In your last life, Ye Fan was exactly why you died young. Now that you've been reborn, you're going to ruin these two step by step and make their names stink forever. Making them famous is just phase 1. At that point you said, "Sounds like this friend of yours matters more than your own fiancé." Fine then, make a choice. Me or Ye Fan, who do you choose? Liu Ruyan never expected you to say something like that and push her this far. In her mind, she and Ye Fan were as close as family, and you were disgusting for twisting their relationship that way. Answer me, who do you choose? You kept pressing her, and Liu Ruyan started comparing the two of you in her head. She realized Ye Fan seemed to understand her better, and always made things go her way. Without thinking, she blurted out, "Ye Fan." Then she hung up in a rush and sped off toward the hospital. But the second she said it, her chest tightened for no reason, like someone truly important was slipping away from her. Meanwhile, after everyone in the audience heard her choice with their own ears, nobody had another good word to say about her. The cold goddess image shattered on the spot, and old Madame Liu felt humiliated like never before. She hated Liu Ruyan for being such a disappointment, but she also blamed you for showing no mercy and blowing this whole thing up in front of so many people. She immediately called over a servant from the Liu family and ordered, "Bring that ungrateful girl back right now, immediately. If Ye Fan is dead, then fine. If he's not, make sure he really gets run over." At the same time, Liu Ruyan had already made it to the hospital. Wearing a pure white wedding dress, she ran through the hallway. No one had ever seen a bride in full bridal wear at a hospital before, and everyone was trying to figure out what was going on. Some hopeless romantics had already imagined a horrible car crash. They figured her boyfriend must be in really bad shape, probably terminally ill and maybe not making it through the night, so she came in her wedding dress to see him one last time. Thinking that, some girls couldn't wait to pull out their phones, take pictures, and post them online. In your last life, that online backlash was exactly how things spiraled. Once everyone's identities got exposed, you spent your whole life wearing the label of a cuckold. After Liu Ruyan ran from the engagement, the Liu family punished her hard and even planned to deal with Ye Fan, but she protected him with threats to die, and you, the ultimate simp, chose to forgive her. Your love got twisted online by keyboard warriors into some rich playboy story, saying you stole someone else's love, used your family power to crush the Liu family, and forced them to marry off their daughter. They said you were the one who tore Liu Ruyan and Ye Fan apart, and Ye Fan, like some overpowered web novel hero, kept surviving no matter what. Even with resentment in his heart, he still loved Liu Ruyan, and stayed by her side the whole time. In everyone's eyes, you were the ultimate villain. Liu Ruyan knew all of this, but she never once defended you. She only cared about protecting Ye Fan's reputation. You were never in her eyes at all. Back at the engagement, you held the mic and said to the crowd, "Since the Liu family's eldest daughter has made her choice, then I'll give them my blessing." Liu Huixin had no idea what you were about to say, but she felt a wave of panic and swore she had to stop you from going any further. Dragging her aging body to the front of the stage, she tried to stop you. "Chen Mo, whatever this is, We can talk it out behind closed doors as a family. Ruyan is still young. She was careless and out of line. We'll teach her. Come down and give me the mic. You looked at Liu Huiqin, the person you had called grandma for so many years, and your expression turned distant for a moment. The Chen family had always been small. Before you were even born, your grandparents had already passed away, and in high school, your parents died in an accident too. In the end, the entire Chen family was left resting on your shoulders alone. Back then, the Liu family was the one that gave you care and warmth. But all of that had always been calculated. Their real goal was to swallow up the Chen family's entire business. Now that you've been given another life, there's no way you'll let history repeat itself. Old Madam Liu, your last name is Liu, mine is Chen. Since when were we one family? The moment your granddaughter made her choice, I stopped being your future grandson-in-law. That title belongs to Ye Fan now. As for me, I'm speaking to you as the head of the Chen family. When Liu Huiqin saw the emotional angle had failed, she looked up at you on stage in despair, and you turned to face the crowd. With an apologetic look, you said, "Sorry everyone. You took time out of your busy schedules to come to my engagement party, and it turned into a joke. But like I said, I'm willing to let them have each other. Since the Liu family's eldest daughter already has someone in her heart, how could I be the one who tears them apart? Starting today, my engagement to Liu Ruyan is officially over."